Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any case that you pick up. Well, not any case, but Class A. Do you understand me? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the offense, ma'am?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to send you to it. Good luck to you.
Let's pause right there. It might sound routine, but that single guilty plea changes everything. A few days in jail versus a lifetime on record. Most people don't realize how steep that trade-off really is. What would you do in that situation? Take the short sentence or risk a trial?
Thanks, sir.
I have one more, but we'll wait up there for you.
Please see the clerk. Okay.
No, yes.
Let's do Washington first, and then, because I'm going to end up spending more time on Jamal Washington, come up.
I'm here tomorrow. Second.
Good morning, Mr. Washington. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 6 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. This charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged with in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead to it, that's it. You understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. We'll roll your court costs so you don't owe anything. And good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Siobhan Frazier, come up. Why? Why would we do this? You know,
Regular motor vehicle is not guilty of, Judge. We provided exoneration. Yes. Material for that. He had the alibi defense. He was at work when that offense occurred. The theft case came from the burglary motor vehicle because he used that person's phone for cash out. So he's pleading on the theft and the burglary motor vehicle is being dismissed.
after robbery, after gun case, after trespass, now working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why would we just continue to take these proverbial slaps on the wrist when you continue to pick up cases? Not only that, you can't even keep up with bond conditions because he has a bond violation, right?
Judge, he had bond violations and he revoked his bond. He spent 18 days in jail. He was going to stay in jail. His girlfriend bonded him out this past weekend. He didn't have phone service, and that's why he didn't go to take the drug test on Monday. And as soon as they contacted me, I contacted him, told him to contact pretrial, and they told him he needed to contact me again. But he did not have phone service, and when they notified him, he needed to be there Monday. He didn't receive any new bond conditions after he bonded out because it was on the weekend. But he would have tested had he known he had to be there. He contacted me immediately.
People don't get it when it comes too easy. When you continue to get these proverbial slaps on the wrist. You just don't get it. All I care about is my city. All I care about is protecting everyone. And here you are working 8 and 9. Now another proverbial slap on the wrist. How does that benefit anyone? What have you done to change your life? What have you done? What are you doing right now, Mr. Frazier?
Well, I'm going back to work. Like I said, my system should be clean, so I'm trying to get my tweet card and get back in the.
Someone's got a case of the SPOSTAs. You got a case of the SPOSTAs. So I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, I'm supposed to do this.
This is what I'm doing now. I just got out of jail Monday, so I'm trying to get my life back together. That's all. That's what's going on right now. I'm in the process of doing that. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I just want to come to court. My boss lady said she wanted me to come to court first before I just came back to work and had to miss work again.
Well, I think that probably the only way that I would do something is that I can hang on to you tight to make sure things are done the right way. So I know you're doing right. This, you just end up with just a bunch of more convictions. And now, the next time, it's a felony. If I take this, which I'm telling you I'm not going to, the next one, you're looking at a felony. And you're looking at years instead of days. And with probation, I'm okay, but I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it, Mr. Frazier. I want to make sure that you end up on the up and up and just don't become another statistic. And this, you're just another statistic, and it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, Carl. Okay. But if you want to do probation, I'm happy to do it. That way we can meet.
Notice how this pattern keeps repeating: charges, deals, promises to change. The judge's frustration isn't personal. It's systemic. When every new case feels like déjà vu, what's left to do? Keep giving breaks or finally draw the line? Tell me in the comments, how many chances should justice allow?
And make sure he's doing right. But
We talked to the judge.
talk and let me know. So you can withdraw it, we can set up a trial, or, you guys want to work something else out, I'm happy. McLaurin, come up, sir, or ma'am. Morning. How you, sir? You're charged with failure to stop and give information which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. This one is rather long-winded.
It's okay. Got time.
On April 16th, 2025, Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a crash major on MLK Boulevard. The complaining witness stated that he was approaching an intersection with Crest Ridge. The complaining witness stated that he saw a black Malibu on Crest Ridge. He also stated that he had a green light and proceeded through the intersection. The complaining witness also stated that the driver of the Malibu ran the red light and hit the passenger side of his truck. The driver of the Malibu pulled over into a parking lot of a gas station. He stated that he thought he had saw the witness. The complaining witness stated that he thought that he saw the witness rather than the defendant get out of the driver's side of the Malibu. The complaining witness did observe that the defendant had also been in the Malibu. The complaining witness stated that the witness approached him and was taking pictures of the complaining witness's truck. The complaining witness stated that the witness was saying something in English, but the complaining witness could not understand what the witness was saying. The witness then walked off and got back into the Malibu with the defendant. The witness and the defendant left the scene without giving the complaining witness any of their information. The complaining witness was able to get a picture of the Malibu's license plate and called the police. The defendant's motor vehicle was located and a traffic stop was conducted. The complaining witness went to the scene and identified the witness and stated that he believed it was the witness who was driving the vehicle rather than the defendant. The witness and the defendant both stated that it was the defendant who was driving the motor vehicle at the time of the accident. The witness and the defendant stated that the defendant was driving the motor vehicle and that the complaining witness's truck hit their motor vehicle. The witness and the defendant stated that the defendant pulled into the gas station parking lot and that the witness got out of the front passenger side of the motor vehicle and walked around to the front of the car to look at the damage. The witness then walked toward the complaining witness and took pictures of his truck. The witness tried to talk to the complaining witness, but the complaining witness only spoke Spanish, as relayed by the witness. The witness thought he heard the complaining witness say, I go, in which the witness thought that he meant that he was going to leave the scene. The witness walked back towards the motor vehicle and got into the front passenger side of the Malibu, and the defendant got into the driver's seat. The defendant left the scene without giving the complaining witness any information. Neither the defendant nor the witness called the police to make a report about the accident. And the officers went by the gas station at 6908 Martin Luther King Boulevard and were able to recover security camera footage of the accident. The officer observed the video footage showing the complaining witness's motor vehicle traveling northbound down the outside lane of MLK Boulevard and approached the intersection with Crest Ridge. The defendant's motor vehicle can be seen headed westbound on the 6800 block of Crest Ridge and appears to slow down at the intersection with MLK Boulevard. The officer was unable to see what color the light was due to the distance. The complaining witness's truck can be seen entering the intersection, and the defendant's motor vehicle can be seen going forward and striking the passenger side of the complaining witness's motor vehicle. The driver of the Malibu, the defendant, drove the car to the gas station parking lot, and the witness can be seen getting out of the front passenger side seat of the motor vehicle.
I think good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. McLaurin, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run his license, please? If you do not have a license, a Texas driver license, and liability insurance in your name, car insurance, then you're not allowed to drive, and that is a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you drive without either, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's out in Nevada, so we're just trying to figure out the eligibility.
It's all right.
Appears to be valid out in Nevada, Your Honor.
Okay. For now, Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to have you fill it out and I'll take a look. I need to know everything about you. I'll have you sign a reset and then we'll have you take us to the seat in the jury box to give you time to fill it out.
Yes, sir.
Please. Mr. Orta, come up. You are Cesar Orta.
Yes.
Mr. Orta, you are charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Hasta $2,000 de multa.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford
Just
one.
one moment. Can I get a tissue? It's chewing gum disturbs. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask him to spit his gum.
Yeah. Puede sacar el chico, por favor. Chica. Okay. Go ahead, Karen.
You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present.
And here we go again, a minor incident spiraling into a full courtroom warning. These judges have seen every excuse in the book. But here's the twist: sometimes compassion saves a life, sometimes it enables the next mistake. What's your take, mercy or strict accountability?
If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you,
¿Se le
sir.
asignaría uno, señor?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dice.
On April 16, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched in reference to a failure to stop and give information. The officer met with the complaining witness, who stated she was traveling on a private drive at La Michoacana when a motor vehicle driven by the defendant reversed into her motor vehicle. The complaining witness stated the defendant got out of their vehicle with a nervous and concerned look. The complaining witness asked for insurance information or money to repair her damage. The complaining witness states the defendant got very argumentative and stated that there was no damage. The complaining witness stated that the defendant said, "I have to use the restroom," and began walking away without providing any information. The complaining witness was able to capture a photo of the defendant's face. The complaining witness estimated her cost of repair to be $4,000. Officers made contact with the defendant at a nearby Shell gas station. It is noted that the defendant was in the gas station for 1.5 hours. When the defendant was asked why he didn't use the restroom at the meat market where the incident occurred, he responded that he didn't want to.
Have you run his license?
I can do this, Your Honor.
Mr. Orta, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, then you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you do, I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with and then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
Aaron, we don't see a DL number on file. I'm checking office board to see if they got it,
Can you
but
listen to the
I'm not
policy?
seeing one for us.
No.
Oh, he doesn't have a driver's license.
This is an affidavit that you're going to be signing with me
That's
today.
a good man.
This is a promise that you're making to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. If there's a burning building and you have to save 5 kids, I don't care. If I find that you're driving, it's not going to go well for you.
Muy bien.
Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
Stop.
Exactly.
Do you have the ability to hire lawyers, sir?
¿Puede ocupar su propio abogado? Es la pregunta.
Oh, okay.
¿Puede? ¿Sí o no?
Sí, puedo.
I can hire an attorney.
Okay, we are going to give you time.
Vale,
So
vamos a
I will
dar-
have you come over here, swear to us that you're not going to drive.
Esto que
I
no
will
vas a-
get you to the Jamaica where you will sign a reset, and then we'll have you take a seat while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign bond conditions, at that point, you'll be able to leave.
Cuando-
When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Y al regresar, tiene un abogado, señor.
Excuse me, do you mind filing those conditions, please? No driving without even. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ana.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
On July 27th, 2024, at about 9:20 PM, officers arrived on scene and observed 2 vehicles that had been involved in an accident. The witness stated she had been stopped at the light when she had been struck by the defendant's car. The witness stated she saw the defendant to be the driver of the car that struck her. The defendant stated she had been downtown and was on her way home. She admitted to having 1 beer. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turns, a 3 out of 4 on the one-legged stand. The DIC was read and the defendant considered to a breath test. The first result was .175 and the second result was .181.
All you said is there's an accident and she had missed 1 beer. Was there any slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, odor of alcohol?
Sure. Didn't summer to that. It looks like we just have the car crash and the admission of the 1 beer.
Me?
Judge, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm down in Galveston. Yes, sir. I'm here on Mrs. Morales.
Yeah. She's actually right in front of me right now, Michael.
I see it. Perfect. That's why I jumped on.
Have you heard PC yet?
No, sir.
All right. Do you mind reading it one more time?
Absolutely, Your Honor. On July 27th, 2024, at about 9:20 PM, officers arrived on scene and observed 2 vehicles that had been involved in an accident. The witness stated she had been stopped at the light when she had been struck by the defendant's car.
The short answer.
The witness stated she saw the defendant to be the driver of the car that struck her. The defendant stated she had been downtown and was on her way home. She admitted to having 1 beer. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 3 out of 4 on the one-legged stand. The DIC was read and a breath test was given for the first result of .175 and a second result of .181.
I didn't hear anything about any kind of slurred speech, odor of alcohol, bloodshot eyes. I didn't hear any of that, Michael, so I'm just finding no probable cause.
Okay.
You know, Ms. Morales, we have enough destruction on our streets, enough death from DWIs every single day. You know, just don't kill someone, please. If you're gonna drink, if you wanna have 15 beers, 32 shots tequila, 1 button on your phone, $40 with an Uber will get you anywhere you wanna go. Use it,
Sir.
please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, ma'am.
Take care. Bye.
Morning, ma'am.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're charged with theft by check. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On June 30th, 2019, the defendant issued a check for $114 as payment for 4 containers of fruit, 3 containers of wine, 1 container of orange juice, 1 container of chips, 1 container of pizza, 3 containers of water, 2 containers of bread, and 1 container of beer. The bank returned the check marked NSF. The defendant was identified through the Texas identification number, which was written on the front of the check.
So what was the total?
The total was for $114.97.
Okay. So, Ms. Rosas, Ms. Sanders, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Ma'am, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay, I can have you fill out an application today. We'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to write any checks like these anymore. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Okay, don't pick up any new cases. It's not going to go well for you, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
so Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Jamaica, sign a reset, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box, man. And then I'll appoint your lawyer. Ms. Williams, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 16, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to an assault call. The officer met with the complaining witness, who stated that he and the defendant are currently married. The complaining witness stated that he asked the defendant to be more respectful of him. The defendant became angry and started slapping complaining witness in the right shoulder several times, causing pain. The complaining witness pulled the vehicle over and the defendant punched him in the face, causing pain. The defendant then began to kick him in the head, causing pain and bleeding. The defendant admitted to kicking the complaining witness in self-defense.
And I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand? There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? Okay, I can have you fill out an application. We'll take a look to see whether you qualify. For now, I'm going to have you go to Jamaica, sign a reset. We'll have you take your seat in the jury box. I'm going to generate bond conditions for you to sign. Do not leave until you sign them, otherwise a warrant will issue. Please. So can you file no contact, no weapons?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Stuart.
Stuart, yes. So this is a number of cases right now, and
Where is Mr. Stewart?
Mr. Stewart is in the back. He has shown up today. He's on bond, and he says he's fulfilled all the conditions that whenever he was last before you, you asked him to fulfill.
Come up, Mr. Stewart. I'm not happy with you, Mr. Stewart. I'm an ankle monitor, so I know where you are at all times. I'm ordering you not to use alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're abusing, it's not going to go well for you. And I'm telling you now, the next time you pick up another case, you're going to take off. I'm going to make your bond so high, you're going to flip. Do you understand? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of them. These cases are 408 days old. How long have you been on?
I have been on for less than a month.
Okay, I'm going to give you one setting to get ready, and then I'm going to set these cases for trial. He's way too much drama for him. He's got an unlawful carrying, 3 evading arrests, injury to the elderly, 2 aggravated assaults. It's just way too much drama.
I'd move on them today if it were not for the fact that there are felonies entangled with each of these misdemeanors.
None of them have any kind of relation. Our cases are all prior to the felony cases. So I don't think that they have any relation. Show me that they are. So, hold on. I don't want you to talk here in front.
It's okay.
Just something you need to talk about,
Next
but,
time we'll be ready, trial or not.
so,
Okay.
just, do you have offers on these cases, please? Anthony, I'd like Mr. Stewart tested within a week, please.
We were eventually withdrawn. I'm scrolling through the cases here.
Okay, well, regardless, if you can, please put an offer at least 2 weeks prior to the next setting so that they can get ready. It is your responsibility between now in the next setting to get with the lawyer that we've given you to go through all the evidence to see what you want to do. I'm not waiting. There's way too much drama. Your cases are too old, and I'm not waiting for the felony cases to drop. Do you understand? I will give you 30 days. At that time, it's plea or trial. Okay, Colin, thanks.
Thanks, Judge.
So he needs to meet with the pretrial before he leaves.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do this conditions.
You want to jury or back? You want to jury box or back?
That's fine, just don't leave until the next.